In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Hello everyone. Good morning. I hope that you are happy. I am fine. Today, inshallah, our lesson, as it is obvious here, is going to be about used to be. Okay. The lesson is going to be divided into 3 points. We have affirmative, negative, and interrogative. Okay. So used to be something that I used to do it, or I accustomed to do things in the past. For example, playing football. 5 years ago, I used to play football. That means now I am no longer playing football. I was accustomed in the past. Now I'm doing things else, or I'm practicing different sports. Okay, here, as we can see, the lesson is going to be divided into 3 points. The first point is affirmative. Okay, so in affirmative, the rule is subject plus, okay, I have subject plus used to plus infinitive verb. Infinitive verb. Okay. Subject plus used to plus infinitive verb. It is a simple rule. It is very simple. Okay. Let's see an example. For example, I say, I is the subject. Here I have subject I used to plus infinitive verb. I used to play football. Okay, this might be before 5 years, before 10 years, whenever, but now I'm no longer playing this sport. Okay, maybe I'm doing things else. That means before I was playing football in the past. I used to play football. Yes, football used to be my custom. Yes, custom for me. Okay, so the second example, she used to swim. Okay, in the past, she used to swim, but right now, she is not playing this sport, or she is not practicing this sport, the sport of swimming. She stopped swimming in the past. Okay, the third example, Ali used to come late. Okay. Ali was not accurate in his time, so he used to come late. Okay. He never cares about time. He used to come late to school, but now he is coming on time. That means now he is punctual. But in the past, he wasn't a punctual student. Okay, so we have the second point. As we can see here, we have negative. Okay, so in negative, also we have another rule. The rule is that subject plus didn't use to plus infinitive verb. Verb. Okay, as we can see here, we have used to. Yes, here used to is infinitive. Yes, we dropped out the letter D. Why? Because we can't double the past. Here we have did, so since we use did, the main verb should be infinitive. Okay, the rule says that if or in case I use verb to do, okay, the main verb should be infinitive. Okay, for example, do, does, did, the main verb must be infinitive. Okay, so subject plus didn't, used to, plus infinitive verb. For example, I say, we see the first example here. We have I used to play football. I say I didn't. I didn't use to play football. Okay, I didn't used to play football. That means in the past I was not practicing football, but right now I am doing it. Something I accustomed not to do it. I didn't use to play football. I didn't use to swim. I didn't use to study English. I didn't use to revise my lessons. Okay. يعني ما اعتدت, okay, not, yes, accustomed of doing something. Okay, so I have the last point. I have the last point, which is interrogative. Okay, interrogative question. To ask someone a question, whether he accustomed doing something or not accustomed to do things in the past. Okay, so for example, I say I used to do something. I didn't used to do something in negative. So when I want to use it in interrogation or in question or interrogative, I say, yes, did you used to? This is a yes, no question. And I have informative question which I need an information. I say, what did you used to do, for example? Okay, here I have two, yes, two different forms of used to be interrogation. Okay, here I have one, for example, I have a yes, no question. Yes, no question. Okay, so I say did. Okay, in this case, I say did, for example, okay, did plus subject plus used to. As we say here, we have did. So since here we have did, the main verb, yes, here the verb used should be infinitive. Okay, did plus subject plus used to plus infinitive verb. Plus infinitive verb. Okay, this is a yes, no question. For example, I say did. Okay, as we see, did plus subject. For example, you. Did you use to study French? Yes, did you use to study French? Okay, here I need an answer which is yes or no. Okay, for example, yes, I did, or no, I didn't. The second type of question is informative. For example, I use in the second one, I, okay, use, for example, what, when, why, where, okay. I might use these words before the rule. Okay, it becomes, for example, did, as we have here, did plus subject plus used to plus infinitive verb. Okay, here I say, what did you used to do in the evening, for example, or what did you used to do in the morning, for example. Okay, so I might say, what did you use to do when you were when you were 20? When you were 20 years old. Okay, what did you used to do when you were 20 years old? Okay, so here I should have question mark. Okay, so what did you used to do when you were 20 years old? For example, I used to swim, I used to play football, I used to study books, I used to read stories, I used to tell stories. Okay, I used to study at university. Okay. We can see another example. When did you use to wake up? Okay. Someone, for example, he says, yes, comparing with now, yes, I used to, okay, comparing with now I am, or now I wake up early. So the person asks or might ask, when did you used to wake up? For example, yes, I say I used to wake up at 7, I used to wake up at 9, at 10. For example, now I wake up at 5, but in the past, I used to wake up at 7. That means now I wake up earlier than previous or earlier than before. Okay. So to sum up, the lesson is that used to, in used to, I have three forms: affirmative, negative, and interrogative. As we say, in affirmative, I have, yes, a rule which is subject plus used to plus infinitive verb. Okay, for example, I used to swim, I used to sleep early. Okay, the second one is negative. Okay, in negation, I have subject plus didn't use to plus infinitive verb. For example, I didn't use to sleep early. I didn't use to come to school. I didn't use to go to school. I didn't use to come early. Okay, so I have interrogative. So in interrogation, we have two forms, either a yes, no question or informative question. Okay, a yes, no question, which has a short answer. For example, the answer is yes, I did, or no, I didn't. Did you used to? Okay, I start my question with did. The second form is yes, to use what, when, why, where, or WH words before the word did. Okay, for example, what did you used to do when you were a child? When did you used to wake up? Okay, I hope that you interest the lesson and understand it. Thank you and goodbye.